this one is going to be a really detailed one, I believe, because Google Ads is mostly about the keywords and everything, and this video is about the you know the type of keywords that we basically use and add in our ads. And I think I've been discussing it in the previous video when I was building the campaign. In this one I'm gonna give you guys some examples so you can get the idea. So for instance, I'm gonna go with the carpet cleaning industry, and I'm gonna give you the type of keywords that we can have in the campaign. So this is like broad, so this is really broad right now, and there is a second type which is broad modified. Let me check if the spelling is correct. I'm really bad with the spellings. Oh, great. So this broad modified will look something like this, and I will explain you what's the difference between these types. It's actually pretty simple to understand, but I will give you some examples so you guys can get the idea. And then we have phrase, and we have exact, if I want to have this keyword as phrase, I will do it like this, and if I want to add this as exact, I'll do it like this. I'm gonna share the examples here. So what will basically trigger this and all of that. So currently as broad, this is really broad, and I would not recommend having it, having the keyword like this in unless you have a lot of budget and you want to do the whole testing thing, and then gather the search terms, and then create a big negative list, and then add up the keywords which are basically giving you the most amount of conversions and everything. But this test is going to cost you a lot, so that's really not recommended. Even we don't use it for any of our clients. So so since it's really broad, Google, even if someone type like carpet bug okay, so if someone even types something like this, and since it's broad, Google will try to show your ad even on these similar synonyms. So like cleaning, maybe it can be as synonym with the color. So what Google might show your ad on this search term as well, even though you don't even want to. So that's why we basically do not use the the broad term. While on the other hand, if we have the broad modified, Google will only trigger your ad if the search term has these two. The alignment can be different, so it can be want carpet name. So since we have these two here, carpet from the top here and the cleaning from here, Google will basically trigger your ad since Google was able to find all these two keywords. Even if you have something like carpet cleaning company, Google will trigger this ad as well, since Google was able to find these two keywords. So it doesn't matter if it's on the first or the second or even the end, Google will just try to find these two words on the search term, and Google will trigger your ad. Broad modified is actually one of the famous ones that every agencies use, and even we use this broadband and exact. But with the phrase, it's also really good one to have. I'm gonna give you the example of this one. So Google will try to match these two words in the these two needs to be on this just like this. So if I'm typing the same word just like this, Google will not trigger your ad if it's like this. But if I'm typing this keyword, Google will basically trigger my ad. Why? Because these two words are together. So that's what basically Google is trying to do with the phrase match. So these two words are actually needs to be together. So since on the second term this is all together, Google will basically trigger the ads and not on the first one. So that's what happened with the phrase match. And with the exact, Google will try to only trigger your ad if the term is really exactly the same, and on the close variant as well. So exact is not really exact anymore. It's now it can also be triggered on the close variant. So like carpet paint. So even if someone will type carpet paint, Google is, since it's really close to this the intent, so Google will trigger that. So yeah, that's the basic of that's the basic examples of all of these keyword types. And in the coming video I will be basically guiding how we can play around with the finding the negative keywords and how can we basically add these keywords into the campaign and everything. So yeah, that's about it. Hopefully you guys like the video, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thank you. Bye bye.